You've heard the hype. AI is going to revolutionize everything. It's going to unlock unprecedented efficiency. Your board is asking about it. Your competitors are talking about it. You feel this immense pressure to act, to adopt AI in your organization at any price. And this all to get ahead of the curve. So you buy the AI tools or those agents, you roll them out, and you tell your team, just use this. And then nothing, or worse than nothing. You get pushback, grumbling. People are quietly going back to their old workflows. You look at the usage dashboards for those new AI tools and they just looking sad. And you've left wondering, why are they resisting? Why don't they get the whole idea of AI being so wonderful? If that feels familiar, you're in the right place. We're going to talk about why forcing AI into your organization isn't just ineffective, it's actively poisoning your company culture. First, we will dig into the immediate damage that happens when you mandate an AI tool that isn't just ready for prime time. Then we'll get into the real fear your employees have, the one they are not telling you about. And finally, I'm going to show you the exact playbook that the absolute top performing companies are using to get this right, while everyone else is failing. But here's the thing that most leaders don't see coming. Recent studies show that when you force this, up to 41% of your employees will actively sabotage your AI strategy. This will literally work against you. So how do you go from your team secretly fighting you to them actually championing your AI initiatives? It all starts by understanding what's really happening on the ground. I see it all the time. A leadership team driven by a sense of urgency makes a big top-down decision. They mandate a new AI tool. Let's say it's a coding assistant for a team of experienced developers. On paper, it looks really great. In reality, the tool is clunky. It produces code that's okay, but it needs so many corrections that it's actually slower than just writing it from scratch. And your developers, who you pay to be experts, are now spending their time babysitting a mediocre piece of software. I've heard them say it feels less like a developer tool and more like a management tool. It becomes this tedious core, all so that someone can check a box that says, yes, we are using AI. So what do? They play along in meetings, but back at their desks, they go right back to the old way of doing things. Because it simply works. It's simply more efficient for them. Look, this is the first and most critical mistake. Your team isn't anti-AI. They are anti-inefficiency. And when you force a tool on them that makes their jobs harder, you're not just wasting money on the software license or seats you're buying there. You are broadcasting loud and clear that you don't understand their work and frankly that you don't respect their expertise. And that's why the first rule of any successful AI rollout has to be this. The tools must remain optional until they are verifiably and clearly better than the old way of doing things. But even if the tool you have found is amazing, there is a much deeper, much more powerful fear that can stop even the best technology dead in its tracks. And it has absolutely nothing to do with the software itself. Let's be honest for a second. When your employees hear AI, they don't always hear efficiency or innovation. What they hear is, my job is at risk. Recently, I saw a comment from a developer online. He said his company just announced a goal that 20% of all new code had to be AI generated. This came right after a major round of layoffs in the engineering department. He said, and I quote, "I assume that 20% goal is just about wanting to fire 20% of us developers sometime later without reducing the output of the engineering department." And this is the fear you're up against. It's not about them being stubborn or resistant to change. It's clearly about survival. It's why so many employees are asking themselves, why doesn't the organization trust us? They see a new AI tool tied to their performance review and they don't see a helping hand. They see, as one employee put it, the performance appraisal whip. And frankly, your team believes this AI push is a prelude to downsizing them. Until you confront that fear directly, you will only ever get surface level compliance. You will never unlock the creativity and enthusiasm you are hoping for. You have to over-communicate. You have to be brutally honest about the goals. Show them a path to growth. Remember, statistics show that only about 10% of employees are actually excited about AI at work. You don't build experiments with threats. You build it with real training, with new skills they can put on their resume, with opportunities for them to become more valuable and not less because of AI. So let's imagine you calm the fear. You've promised to only use tools that are actually good. How do you actually get this done in a way that brings everyone along? This is the fundamental difference between the vast majority of companies that fail at this and the tiny 40% that are absolutely crushing it with AI. Let's look at two companies. The first one, let's call it a company A. The CEO of this company reads the headline, gets a serious case of fear of missing out, and tells the CTO to buy and deploy an AI platform, whatever, one, and fast. A mandate comes from down on high. Everyone will use this now, immediately. And you ask, what's the result? It's chaos. The tool doesn't fit the workflows. People are frustrated. Adoption is at really low level. They join the 70% of companies whose AI transformation fail, and not because of the tech, but because of the people. They've created a culture of resistance. Now let's take a look at the company B. They do the exact opposite. They don't start with a top-down mandate. They start with an invitation. They go to their people in the marketing department, sales, or on the engineering teams, and they say, where are you getting actually stuck today? What's the most annoying part of your job? Do you think AI could help? Let's try it out. They create small pilot programs. They find a natural enthusiast on each team and turn them into AI champions. They empower their people to find the solutions. And when the team has a clear win, when they use an AI tool to solve a real problem and it actually makes their life easier, that success story spreads organically through the entire company. Do you notice? It's a pull, not a push. It's not a mandate, it's a movement. This is how you achieve those 90+% adoption rates. And you don't force it. You make the tools so good and the benefits so clear that people actually want to use them. And when you build that kind of a trust, that kind of clear enthusiasm, something incredible happens to the sabotage rate we are talking about at the very beginning. Remember that shocking statistics that up to 41% of your employees might be actively sabotaging your AI strategy? That number isn't a sign that your people are bad employees. It's not about them being lazy or change averse. That number is a symptom. It's a distress signal from deep inside your organization. They are sabotaging the strategy because, from their perspective, the strategy is sabotaging them. It's undermining their expertise, threatening their job existence, and breaking their trust in leadership. So what should you do? You should stop trying to force AI adoption. You're poisoning your own well with this. And every mandate for a half-baked tool, every vague corporate announcement that just fuels more fear, it creates a long-lasting organizational toxicity. It builds up antibodies against change that make every future technology project you try to launch exponentially harder. And the real path to winning with AI isn't about having the slickest technology. It's about earning your people's trust. It's about making AI an optional tool until it's so obviously superior that people choose to use it by default. It's about co-creating the future with your team, not forcing it on them. When you do that, you don't just get compliance, you get partners, you get champions in your company. So stop mandating AI tools from the top and start building AI allies. And if this was helpful, subscribe for more real talk on how to lead in the age of AI. Cheers!